there, partakers. Thank you so much once again for joining us. If you're not yet in the merry mood, please let the Your Take Show take you there. But if you're already in the merry mood, because this is the great season for cheer and excitement, then come with me and let's enjoy the Your Take Show. My name is Amanda and welcome to the show. On the food throne today, allow me to take your mind through the imagination of cashew nuts, so we can see what's the good side of cashew nuts, but also does it have a side effect, does it have bad effects that it could bring on for our health. Cashew nuts, for those that don't know them, are like little, actually bigger sized beans. You know the shape of beans, they have that shape, or you could say they look like kidneys but in the form of nuts. So the same way you have G-nuts, but this time cashew nuts with a shape of kidneys. That's what cashew nuts are. But what's the good side about cashew nuts? Now, cashew nuts have a lot of minerals that they do contain, and these minerals are very helpful for our health because they promote hormonal balance. They also promote for us to have a better metabolism. Some of these minerals include zinc, selenium, copper, which are also very good for your skin, by the way. So having nuts is very important. They're also really important, especially because of those particular minerals for your reproductive health. So if you want to be healthy reproductively, then cashew nuts are also a good source of minerals to go to. They also do have some fiber in them, so they would help you also with constipation, like we always talk about. They have some really good oils in them, which we call the essential fatty oils, which are really important as well. They actually help your heart, promote heart health, drive out bad cholesterol or bad fat, which is in the body system. And that's why you really need to have cashew nuts embedded in your menu as part of all the other nuts that you have. But is there a bad side to cashew nuts? As much as we have seen cashew nuts are really great, do they have a bad side? Well, if you have too much of cashew nuts, just like any other nuts, because they do have a higher fat content than most other foods, you're going to find that you'll still end up having either oily skins, issues like having a problem regulating your cholesterol content. And that is why, yes, we can have nuts and we should enjoy the oils that we get from them, but we shouldn't overindulge in them as well, because having an excess of them can still bring on the effects that we have just talked about. That's about it for our nuts in the show today. Let's get into our discussion room. In the discussion room today, Muhammad Hanifa is starting us off, and she's asking what foods can she use to increase blood. Well, increasing our blood volume is really important because blood is everything for us. It transports everything in your body system. So it's great for you to have, a good substantial amount of blood in your body system. But what helps us to actually increase this blood volume? Foods like dark green leafy vegetables and also the very bright colored vegetables would be very important to help you increase your blood volumes, because they do contain iron in them, high amounts of iron, which the body would really make use of to make more blood cells in your body system. But we should also note that there are also two types of this iron, and between those two types, there is one which is actually more absorbable by the body, and you'll be shocked to find out that the one that's found in animal protein, like meat, is the one that the body can absorb much more easily than the one in the plant foods, like the vegetables we're talking about. And that's why you need to also incorporate some of these animal proteins in your diet to make sure that you are still able to get this very absorbable iron that comes from the animal proteins. But also, most of the times, do more of your dark green leafy vegetables. Don't have a meal without them, or bright colored vegetables also don't have meals without them, because they are really important in terms of providing you with the iron. But how can we make this iron more easily absorbed by the body, especially now that we say the iron in plant foods is not very absorbable? What you might want to do is get high vitamin C foods as well, because those enhance the absorption of iron in our body system. So get lots more fruits. That's why we talked about having also bright colored foods or bright colored vegetables, like broccoli, like purple cabbage, like bell peppers as well, to make sure that yes, you're having the iron, but it's also easily being absorbed by the body to be used to make the blood that you need by the vitamin C you are providing it. So make sure that you have animal protein as well. That includes beef, liver, organ meats like kidneys. Make sure you also have dark green leafy vegetables, a lot of them in your diet. Make sure you also have bright colored vegetables, and don't forget to add some fruits as well, so you can have vitamin C in your body as well. Now let's head into our second question that's coming in from Rebecca Becky. This episode I seem to have more women. Yay, power to the women. So Rebecca Becky is asking, how do I keep my skin shining? Now, if you want to keep your skin shining, there's so many different things that you can have that make up a skin routine. And if you'd like to see more of that, I do a lot of that kind of content on my YouTube channel. So you can head down there. The YouTube channel name is Amanda Twebaze Nutritionist. That reminds me, you might want to also join our Facebook community, because the community is lively. That's actually where a lot of all this interaction happens. And so you being a part of it will be something great for you and for me too. So head down there. The page name is Amanda Twebaze Nutritionist. On my WhatsApp, you can also send queries or your comments and just feedback about this show, so we can keep talking about nutrition and just keep this alive. So the number for WhatsApp is 0782 152610. I'm also on Instagram. You can find me on my handle, which is Food Witness. And you can still get me on my email address, which is amanda.chichoncho@gmail.com, for those that have serious business proposals that they would like to discuss with me. So heading down back to Rebecca Becky's question. If you want to keep your skin shining, one very important bit about skin health is hygiene and cleanliness. Why? Because your skin is exposed, you're touching this, you're talking to people, sometimes, saliva and dust and sun rays are, just hitting at your skin. So you need to protect your skin from the dirt and bacteria that may actually cause inflammation in your skin and prevent it from, either making it become more dry or scaly, or just not having the right amount of moisture in it. So two things are important. Number one is keeping your skin very clean, and that you can easily do by just making sure you wash your face a number of times throughout the day. So it's not about washing your face only in the morning. You would actually benefit from washing your face as you head to sleep. You'd actually benefit from washing your face maybe in the afternoon, once again in the afternoon. So 3 to 4 times in a day. Just pour some water and let the water help you remove some of this bacteria. But like we've said, also moisturizing your skin is going to be another very important factor, and water does that, yes, but you can also have an additional organic cream or body butter or face butter that you can use to moisturize your skin. Say shea butter, because I live by that. And just apply some on your skin and continue through your day. So 2 things: keep your skin clean, but also don't forget to keep it moisturized. The third question, or the third query, is coming in from Shamix Aisha, and she asks, what are the best foods for diabetics? So for diabetics, we know they have a challenge of regulating sugar in their body systems, and so when the blood sugar is really high, it also typically affects them, in very many symptoms and signs that we see. And some of these could actually lead to death if you don't actually check this blood sugar. That means you need to be very careful about your food choices, the things that you put inside your body, because most of our sugars is directly gotten from our bodies, is directly gotten from our fruits, from our foods. So you have to make sure that the foods that you choose are those that are going to release sugar slowly into your body system, not at a quick pace, because already they do have a challenge of managing sugar in their body system. So if they have those that are going to release sugar so quickly, that may affect them and lead to the undesirable effects we've been talking about. So you might want to get natural whole foods, because those usually release their sugars really slowly. That means avoid a lot of processed foods. Go back to our natural traditional foods of our forefathers, and look out for those carbohydrates also that have a low glycemic index, which means look out for things maybe like pumpkin, those that have a lot of fiber embedded in them also are going to help a lot. Look out for things like yam, and just run away from also cooking methods that add a lot of fat and sugar in your foods. Things like deep frying, things like even light frying. You might want to do a lot more of roasting, of baking, and of steaming your foods to make sure that you have low fat and sugar in your foods that you're actually eating. Michael Dibona comes in at number 4, and he's asking, what is coping with stress? What does coping with stress well mean? So coping with stress, this is a very interesting question. I've actually not interfaced such a question before, but coping with stress is relative for each individual, and that means you need to look deep into you and your lifestyle and your character. What actually makes you feel fulfilled? What actually brings out the energy or the little child in you? Those might be some of the hobbies that you might need to run to help you deal with stress. Like we all know, stress is almost an everyday thing for everyone. You encounter this which you do not like or did not anticipate, and you get stressed up and worked up about it. So stress is not something you can run away from, but what's important is how you manage it. Moses is asking, when I take too much fats, what should I eat to break down the fats during digestion? So yes, there are times when we have foods that have lots of fat, and this should not be, and when we talk about the foods that would help us break down fat, it shouldn't be an excuse for you to continuously eat fat, because at the end of the day, if you have too much of these fats still and have these foods we're going to talk about that help to break down fats, you might find that the equation of them being broken down versus what the amount of fat you've actually eaten may not be balancing, and so you might still have an issue with too much fat content in your body. But here are some foods that would help you to break down fat. There are herbs and metabolic enhancing foods, those that help to speed up digestion in your body system. Things like wine are really important. They help with digestion. So you might want to get down to those. Herbal teas are also very good digestive foods or digestion promoting foods. Things like teas like green tea, teas like ginger tea. But you might also want to make sure that as you make up or cook your foods, that you add cooking herbs that actually promote fat burning. So some of these include things like thyme and black pepper. Those would be really awesome to help you with fat burning. So you should figure out what are the cooking herbs that your taste buds like, what are the herbal teas that you actually do like, and then also if you're a person that has no problem with taking some wine, it really wouldn't be bad to help you with digestion. That ends our discussion room. Let's head into our take of the week. The take of the week this week is coming in from someone called Victor Ricky Ainebiona Hernandez. That's a really long name, but that's his name. So he was responding to a video that was posted on the Facebook page, which was talking about during these very high temperature political times in our country, Uganda, we should also be remembering to keep ourselves safe by not really, if we don't have to go out there. Yes, you want to support your candidate, but you might also want to remember that you want to stay alive and you don't want to be caught up in violence or in, all this ruckus, if we can call it that is happening because of the election period, tear gas, and all those things that might actually be risky for life. So because of that, we were talking about how you should probably stay in and follow the live proceedings, from your social media platforms, from TVs, because all these are being shown out there, and you'd still be able to get all the updates through there. So Victor Hernandez says, I agree with you. Most of these guys going out there are actually not going to support their candidates. Most of them actually think that the candidates will bring some kitu kidogo, and that's why they go out there. It is so unfortunate. So yeah, that's what he had to say, and I thought that was really important. I did not realize that some people are actually going out there because they want something, they're expecting of something from these candidates. And okay, let's say you go out there and then you don't get anything from them. Would that make any sense for you to risk your life? Let's say you go out there and get something from these candidates. What if you get, say, a bar of soap, and as you're on your way back home, a tear gas canister just happens to unfortunately land on your hand and you lose your hand because of a bar of soap? I don't think the equation at that point balances as well. So we need to remember that at the end of it all, our lives are more important. At the end of it all, our health is more important. And that's why you can stay back, protect yourself, protect your family, I mean, this is Christmas time. We're going to need to celebrate, and we wouldn't want to celebrate Christmas without you. So let's be careful as we're all, just in this political season. And yeah, just remember that we do care about you and we do want you alive. Let's head now into our wellness quote, which I leave you with to take you through until next week. The wellness quote today is, it's simple, brief and simple. It says, it's not about having time, it's about making time. So when we have things that we know are priorities and our health should be one of those things, we should realize that it's not about saying, I'm going to squeeze some time to fix health in there. That would not make sense. You actually have to realize that if you want to let your health grow or get to a better level than it is at right now, you're going to have to make time for it and not just squeeze it in. Because if you just squeeze it in, there'll be times when when you cannot squeeze it in because you've been so busy, and that will be a great excuse, I did not have time. But if you actually prioritize health and say, or for example, exercise, or for example, cooking your own food and packing it to work, then you'd be really going a long way in improving your health, because you're not just squeezing time for it. You're making time to actually cook your food, pack it, and get to work with home-cooked, natural, organic food for better health. So that was it for the wellness quote and the show today. But until next week, do keep yourselves alive, healthy, and remember that wellness is an adventure. I love you all for watching. Thank you so much to Magic One. By the way, you can catch this show every single Sunday at 6 p.m. and the repeat on Mondays at 10:45 a.m. If you haven't yet voted for Magic One TV, please do so, because Magic One is bringing you all these awesome programs and really supporting local content and talent, which is a really awesome thing to do. So please vote for them. They have been nominated in 2 categories. You can find all that information on their Facebook page and also on their website. Until next week, I love you for watching. Bye-bye.